Far from Ghislain, an elderly ruler is barely clinging to life. Even from his sickbed, he remains obsessed with those promising eternal life, and he orders the Shadow Knights to remove the woman interfering with his plans. Elsewhere, a demonic creature tears through a group of soldiers. Normal attacks barely slow it down until one woman steps forward and tells everyone else to leave. She will purify the demon herself, and she completely overwhelms it. The soldiers recognize her immediately. Parniel, the Saintess chosen by Moriana, goddess of war. Soon after, Parniel reaches the royal capital where the kingdom's most important figures have gathered. Ghislain arrives as commander of the Northern Army, and once Parniel enters, the council can finally begin. She explains that she was delayed after being caught in one of the strange rifts appearing across the kingdom. Then the discussion turns to the west. Marquis Roderick has broken his alliance with the ducal family after they were declared enemies of the kingdom. At first, that sounds useful to the royalists, but Ghislain sees through it immediately. Roderick was never truly loyal to the ducal faction. He plans to stay out of the war, let the royalists and the ducal family weaken each other, then attack whichever side is left vulnerable. So before the royalists commit everything to the larger war, the West has to be dealt with first. That responsibility falls to Ghislain. Some council members are cautious. Sending him west could weaken their position elsewhere, and if the campaign drags on, the entire strategy could collapse. Ghislain is not worried. When they ask how long he will need, he gives them one answer. It will not take long. The room goes quiet. Ghislain is effectively promising to march west, crush the opposition, and return before his absence can damage the kingdom's position. The council accepts the plan, but the warning is clear. Failure could shift the balance of the coming war. Ghislain accepts without hesitation. After the meeting, he leaves with his companions. There are still unanswered questions about the rifts, the demons, and the strange forces appearing across the kingdom. But those answers can wait. Ghislain has an army to move. Soon, Fenris soldiers fill the streets of the capital. Knights mount their horses, troops form ranks, and Ghislain climbs onto the Black King at the front of the army. He has already wasted enough time. Now there is only one objective: conquer the West and annihilate anyone standing in their way. Ghislain gives the order. Advance. The Fenris army charges out of the capital, with Ghislain leading from the front. But before the Western campaign can properly begin, someone is already waiting for him. A man stands in their path and watches Ghislain approach with a smile. At last, he says, they finally meet. The finest sword of the north, Ghislain. The soldiers tense, but Ghislain does not order the army to stop. Instead, he tells everyone else to continue west. He will stay behind, because this man clearly did not come for the army. He came for Ghislain. So while the Fenris forces continue toward the western campaign, Ghislain remains on the Black King and faces the stranger alone. There is no fear on his face. If anything, he looks amused, because Ghislain has not even begun conquering the West yet. And someone has already come looking for him. The finest sword of the West, Tenant. I hope you enjoyed this chapter as much as I did. This was really enjoyable read. Please like and subscribe as it really helps.